Alright, this is my poetry book. This is my I Am poem, and this is a picture that I took in Tennessee with some of my friends there. It just shows how strange and unique I am. And I think I'm going to read this one. I'm Nathaniel, from fishing, playing in the snow, and reading with Grandma. I'm from my house that is also a church. I'm from funny, intelligent, and athletic. I'm from my luscious hair and my third nipple. From don't pee on an electric fence. I am from faith in God, family is important, and trustworthiness is key. From steak, ravioli, and sugar. From respectful, hilarious, and smart. I'm from a family, loving friends, a bright future. I'm from spending time with God, my family, and my friends. I am interesting. Then I have my visual poem. It's in the shape of a mountain above, below the sky and above the ground where it levels in there. And then I have a picture of the mountains in Colorado that I took a couple years ago. Then I have my haiku and my limerick. The haiku is about just mountains and then trees that are cut down for industrialization. And then my haiku is just a random haiku that I thought of. This is my ode to summer. That's my urn that I created. And my ode is just about working in the summer sun and the joy that you get and just how victorious you feel once you triumph through all your sweat and blood and just working so hard and finally getting what you were working for. This is my poetry analysis of Weary Blues by Langston Hughes. On the left I have the outline of my poetry analysis and of his biography. And then on the right I have just my poetry analysis talking about his biography and how what he was going through affected his writing and how I thought it might have affected this poem specifically. And on the left I have a picture of Ray Charles playing the piano, and he was a very blues style player. This is my Imagism poem, and this is called For Grandma by me. And the picture on the right is my grandma when she was participating in the Miss Kansas contest when she got Miss Congeniality. And the poem is just about how she triumphed through struggles and sickness, but she always had joy in her life. And the purple on the left is because purple was her favorite color. This is my narrative, and that's a picture of a light bulb that I found. I took the picture, but it's a light bulb that I found. And you just used a filter to make it look vintage. And it's just about the history of the light bulb and how Edison struggled through many, many different trials and used a lot of different materials to finally succeed in creating a great invention. These are my Innocence and Experience poems. They're about a baseball. And the Destroyer is about when I was little, and my innocence, the baseball was a demon of sadness, and it was just an omen for me that whenever I went up to bat, I would be scared to swing the bat, or I would be scared just to go up to bat. But then, as I grew up and I just learned more and more and had more experience, I realized that it's the Creator. It creates hope and plays, and lets us have a lot of fun. And then my silhouettes I made with Photoshop. This is blind music. This is my extended analogy. The picture on the left is just a piece that I play in band on the tuba, and I'm going to read this one as well. Blind music. Music is the art paintings we hear. It has beautiful strokes that make us shiver from head to toe with pleasure. It is the portrait to the blind. Artists paint with tools of all sorts that make all the paintings differ from each other. Each masterpiece is unique. A canvas colored with calm, specific splashes that coordinate into one beautiful chord. Each scores the canvas that artists can make into something amazing. Art does not discriminate against color or ability or anything else. Music gives our life sound, and it shows us our true colors. This is my satirical editorial, and it's over Reapers by Jan Toomer. And in the poem, he talks about how men used to be the farmers and the tamers of the land, but then machines came along and they don't have a conscience, so they kind of just did the work and not worried about anything that might have been a consequence of that. This is my parody of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. This is The Crow by me. And it's pretty much an opposite of it, because in my parody I start off, once upon an afternoon boring, while I slept, loudly snoring. And in the Raven, it starts off, once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary. So I just kind of did the opposite of that, and I went along and talked about just how they could differ. And then my last page is my author analysis of Walt Whitman. And I did it over the poem I Hear America Singing. And I just talked about how Walt was expressing the pride that he could see in Americans, and how much they took pride in their jobs and in their lives, and how they were glad that they were unique from each other and they could do their own thing and help their country and themselves. And then my last picture is just a picture of me and my dog Moose back in the day when we were both super sweet and little and cute. So